Alright gamers, welcome to the second episode of my Enhancement Shaman series, and today we have a lot of tasks on our agenda. The first item on my list is to go into Grim Battle and to grind out Skardyn's Grace on Hero Track. Currently, Skardyn's Grace is the best trinket for both single target and AoE for Enhancement Shaman, and this will also give me an on-use trinket instead of just having two passive trinkets, which will be a huge boost to my damage. Then I would like to upgrade all of the gear on my character to the highest item level possible. As you can see, we have a few pieces on Myth Track that are not fully upgraded. That's because I don't have any Gilded Crests or Valor Stones. The third item on my list is to swap over to Maghar Orc. I did a little bit of research on what other Enhancement Shamans are doing. Almost all of them are Maghar Orc, and it's currently simming as the best race for both Mythic Plus and Raid. The fourth item on my agenda is to go ahead and update all of my talent trees. I would like to set up different talent trees for every single Mythic Plus dungeon. That way I can easily swap over to a specific talent tree in whatever dungeon I'm doing and just let it rip. As for our fifth item on the list, I would like to work on professions on this character. These can be useful in keys and also set up cooking as well. That way I can get these Belladar's bounty to be hardy. And finally, the main goal of this video is to hit 3k IO. We're currently sitting at 2740, and we have a couple of keys that are on the lower end. I don't think we'll have too much issues hitting 3k, so let's get started. The plan is to start running a bunch of Grim Battles. I don't think I'll be running them on an 8 because there is a higher chance of people actually needing Skardyn's Grace. That way, if I run anything above a 10, most likely everyone is geared at that point. There's going to be a higher chance of me being able to get that trinket and have it traded for me. So hopefully this doesn't take a long time. I remember my Windwalker, it took me probably close to about 30 Grim Battle runs and a whole day of grinding to be able to get it. Hopefully we can get it pretty quick. All right, first Grim Battle down. Let's see if we get super lucky. Oh my god, no way. What? One run. I literally just sat down. One run. I thought I was going to be here for days. This is literally the first run and I get Skardyn's Grace. That is crazy. That is very, very hype. Thank you for the group, gamers. Honestly, I thought I was going to run enough Grim Battles before I got Skardyn's, so I wouldn't have to specifically grind for crests. But you know what? I'm not really complaining about that. Upgrade this all the way to 626. There we go. And that pretty much used up all of our Gilded Crests. And we are 631.1. That is so crazy. I still can't believe it. The next thing on my list is to max out all of my Mythic Track gear. Since I'm recording this on a Monday, I think I should try to get into a Mythic run. That way I can get some easy crests and hopefully I can get my best in slot belt and maybe get a slight chance at a Mythic Track Sarekis. So we managed to get into a Mythic run. And it looks like a lot of the players in here are 8 out of 8 on their mains, so this run should be pretty smooth, and I'm hoping to get out of here in like 30 to 40 minutes. That's Olgrax down, and we got our 10 Gilded Crests from that. I don't need any of this loot. Oh, there we go. We actually did a crazy amount of damage this fight, almost 1.8 mil. Doesn't look like we need anything here but the ring, and this guy got a 99. That's crazy. Okay, well, hopefully we get 100. Nope, we got a 97. Okay, wow, what a wasted roll. Nice, there we go. And let's see what we got. Okay, so we ended up getting the hand set piece. Let's see if we can win that roll. We cannot. Okay, great. That's where we get the 12 roll instead of the 97 that we need. There we go. We got the boots to drop, but we don't really need those. And we can't use any of the other two pieces. We ended up getting 40 Gilded Crests. That is pretty good. And see if we can get into a heroic run. We got 15 runed and 15 gilded for killing Silken Court. Let's get our crests. There are a few pieces that I could try to win here. Damn. Okay, someone's got a bunch of 90 rolls here. Let's see if we can beat any of them. And 15, 7, and a 35. The answer is no. Okay, well, we tried. It's time to go back and spend our Gilded Crests. I also went ahead and converted 2 of these 45 runed to 15 Gilded Crest items. This should be 30 more Gilded Crests. And now we're sitting at 100 Gilded Crests. Let's get that to 6 out of 6. Now it's time to upgrade the wrists. That puts us at 632.7. And with upgrading those 2 pieces all the way up to 639, that completes our second task. Now we can move on to the third task on our list, which is to race change to Maghar Orc. Let's go ahead and get that done real quick. We have become Maghar Orc. How do I get to Dornigal? Here we go, found it. The next task I wanted to accomplish is to set up talents for every single dungeon, and that's actually super easy. We just go to Raider.io and we just copy over all the talents from the highest ranked shaman. Each Mythic Plus dungeon should have the correct totems and the correct utility already on it. That was really easy. I went ahead and imported every single Mythic Plus talent profile. I did a quick glance as to see what the changes were, but with that, all of this is set up. Our next task on the list, which is to set up our professions. The first profession I'm going to choose is going to be alchemy. The reasoning behind this is because consumables are very expensive, and alchemy gives you increased class duration, and that should save me a little bit of money. Then the next profession I'm going to pick up is tailoring, and that is specifically for our Akara. And for the stun pickup, from what I've seen, that one is the least common profession that I've come across while doing Mythic Plus. We pretty much have to get this to 25 in order to be able to use it. And finally, let's go ahead and pick up cooking. There we go. Let's pick all this up. Let's start leveling up tailoring. Let's go learn a couple more recipes. And with that, we just hit 25 tailoring, and we can use this in our Akara. Now it's time to work on our cooking. We already have a ton of materials. I'm gonna go ahead and set up this campfire and just let it rip. I guess I learned the hearty food recipe, and now I can create the hearty Beladar's bounty, and that should be pretty much it for professions. And now it's time to focus on our last goal for this video, and that's to hit 3k IO. Another 13 in the bag. Let's go. 41 points for a 13 Arakara, and we also got Hero Track gloves, which we can get all the way up to 626, instead of these champion gloves, which we can only get to 619. The damage in the keys has definitely improved, but I am running across an issue where if I rip aggro too early, I just start chain dying. So I need to make sure that I don't go in fully ready to blast, and I give the tank some time to get aggro. Let's catalyze these gloves. Let's get them to 626. That puts us at 633.5 item level. I think I'm gonna go down the line and just start grabbing the highest key I can possibly get into. Man, this was an insanely rough mist. Good lord. All right, we got it. That's the most important part. That is our third 13 key on the board, and let's keep going. Oh my god, this damage is crazy. 8 million DPS a pack. Like, this is insane. What in the world? 3 mil overall in the dungeon, and that's not even like that great. We are just flying through this dungeon. Oh my god, another pack, another 6 million DPS. That is nuts. Uh-oh. Here comes the aggro thing again. Dude, even on the small pack, 5 mil DPS is insane. And like, I'm not even using any cooldowns here either. Nice. 46 IO, 2.3 mil overall. I think this is the highest I've ever done in the key. Also, I think this belt is actually an upgrade because the belt that I have on right now is Crit Verse, and this is Haste Mastery, which is perfect for me. We got an upgrade, we got some IO, and we're currently sitting at 2865, and we still have a +9. So once we get this +9 to a 12, we should be above 2900 pretty easily. Pretty bad key for me. I finally popped off in this key. Good god. I think I messed up my cooldowns at the beginning and I just couldn't fix it. I don't know. Finally, City of Threats down. 69 IO points. That puts us above 2900 and we're sitting at 2934. We just cleaned up the last low key that we needed. This took me like a whole day to get this key done. Now I just have 2 keys that are below 12. Now we're getting really close to 3k. I'm sitting over 3 mil after the first boss in the Necrotic Quake. Oh my god, 7 million damage. I don't know, I still can't get over the amount of damage this class pumps out. It is nuts. Nice. We got 21 more points, and that puts us at 2955. I'm assuming maybe a Grim Batal and 1 or 2 more keys, and we should hit 3k. 32 more IO. Nice. Finally, we got into a 13 necrotic wake. All right, Doug Dimmadome, don't let me down. Yay, let's go. This was a terrible key. We died a ton of times in here. This was such a troll key. It was so much fun. We finally hit 3K. Maybe we do one more key and do a little bit more damage than 1.6 overall. That was terrible. Let's claim as 14 Dawnbreaker to end the episode and get our first 14 on the board. Again, back to back, not my best keys, but we got a 14 on the board, and that puts us at 3,017 IO. I guess this is my second full week, maybe third. I don't really remember. Let's just say second full week of playing the Enhancement Shaman. I feel like once I get into a rhythm of having Tempest into packs and just building on top of it and going through, the tank is pulling very aggressively. And I also don't mess up my Ascendance timing, and I have it up for every big pull to end up doing a ton of damage in the key. But I feel like as soon as I mess up the timings, as soon as I don't send correctly or pick the correct packs to send on, I also have a bad habit of saving, expecting a bigger pack to come, and then I just end up losing a ton of damage because I'm missing out on just more Ascendance damage and more procs, more damage overall. But with that, I think I'm going to end the episode. We're currently sitting at 3,017 IO, and we are 633.9. Some good keys, some bad keys this week, but overall, I'm very happy with my progress. Thank you for watching, and if you want to support the channel, feel free to like and subscribe.